Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Monday, December 22nd, 2025. You may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Sarsaparilla Oracle, Christmas edition, Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. Also her Etsy shop. It's brand new. She just came out with it. That's the face of the card. I love her decks. I think I bought 9. She sent me 3 emails so far for reviews. I'm assuming eventually I'll review all of them. And I probably could just go online and review them myself, and I might do that while I'm off. Because I'm a nice person and I love her to death. Probably shouldn't use that phrase, right? Shouldn't you use that phrase? Is that a weird phrase? Is that outdated? Can we say it jokingly? I feel like everything is taken so seriously. Like you can't say anything. I got 3 on the table. Hey, baby. You okay? You okay? I know, you're looking at me like that. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Let's do 2 more shuffles. I left the door open so the kitties might come and go. They might knock over stuff on the bed and I might scream. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm not going to scream, but I might ask them what the hell they're doing. All right. Why does that seem so paltry? We got 4 with bottom of the deck. We've got stocking. We've got record. Oh my God. We got string lights. String lights. Okay, lights are my favorite part of Christmas. Always has been. That and like having ornaments from when you're a kid and buying more ornaments and making ornaments and then having like a big tree with all your old ornaments. That's the best. When the ex-husband and I got married, my mom gave me a whole box of like my favorite ornaments that we had since kids. Yeah. It's probably one of the best things she ever did for me. I'm not saying that to be an asshole, but like literally, like I treasure them. I still have them. Even though I don't put up a tree because of the cats, I still have them. We've got champagne, bottom of the deck. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. I got to read this out loud because the card, it made me laugh. Stocking. You don't know if it's chocolate or trauma. Reach in anyway. We always had chocolate in our stocking. We always got Fannie Mae at Christmas and Easter. And I want to... So at Christmas, we would get like a Santa, or sometimes they do like little bags of foil Santas or little balls. And then my mom for Easter would get us a bunny, a chocolate bunny, and then an egg, and because they do like the flavored cream eggs for Easter. I usually got peanut butter or pixie. I think my brother usually got dark vanilla buttercream or peanut butter. And then I don't think we really did anything for Halloween. They used to do Halloween on and off. But I think they stopped that a long time ago. But yeah, we always got Fannie Mae at Christmas and Easter. And it's hilarious that my mom, me, and my brother all worked there at one point. The candy company. Very popular in the Midwest. If you live in the Midwest, you probably know. What was the other one? It was like their sister company. It was Fannie Mae and shoot, I can't remember what it was called. And no, it's not Frango Mint. That was Marshall Fields. Fannie Farmer. Fannie Mae, Fannie Farmer. They did the two different names. I think Fannie Farmer was originally its own company and Fannie Mae bought it, maybe? I can't remember. I don't remember the logistics of that, but and I remember being a little kid and walking into the old Fannie Mae's or the old Fannie Farmers, whichever, and they had chocolate cigarettes. And you could either get them in a little red cigarette case or a little blue cigarette case, and they were clear, and you could see the little chocolate cigarettes wrapped up on the inside. Oh my God, I loved those chocolate cigarettes. Love those chocolate cigarettes. I think they stopped making them. I was born in 80, so they probably stopped making them by the 90s, by like 90, 92, maybe. I used to love them. Way better than the stupid candy cigarettes, the ones that like have no flavor. All right. Again, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Enough ranting. I just thought that was funny because it said chocolate on there, and I'm all about chocolate. Okay. I'm gonna say something, and I don't want anybody to freak out. I don't want anybody to get offended, and I don't want anybody, because you guys know how I feel about past people, past experiences. With the stocking card and the record card, somebody might come back from the past, or a situation might arise that you thought was finished and done. Something coming back from the past. Let your instinct guide you. Let your intuition guide you. Don't automatically, whether it's a person or a situation, or a person behind a situation, or a person in front of a situation, don't get your back up. Don't get your guard up. Let what happens naturally. And like I said, don't, even though it could be a situation or a person from the past, don't just automatically assume like it's going to be shit or they're going to have ill intentions or anything like that. Because with this stocking, you don't know if it's chocolate or trauma. Reach in anyway. Accept it. Accept it for what it is. And like I said, use your intuition to guide you through whatever it is. If it's a person coming back, a situation coming back, let your intuition guide you on how to handle it. Because I don't think it's going to be like I don't think it's meant to be like abusive or negative or anything like that. I think it's more a learning lesson, yes, because I mean, we go through those every day, all day. But I don't, and it, you could say it's a test. Everybody's like, oh, it was a test. It was a test. Okay, it was a test. If anything, the learning lesson, the test, is always on you and not necessarily them. You should always look at it as though it's for you and it's about you. Again, how you react or don't react to a person or a situation coming from the past. And I really think that somebody's being called to just kind of keep like an even temperament, keep it even keel. Don't like swing towards anger. Don't swing towards, being too happy to see somebody or to see a situation arise. Just kind of float in the middle. Let your intuition guide you. Because I think at the end of the day, with this string of lights and this champagne, whatever this is, at the end of the day, whether you accept something or you let something go, it's going to have purpose for you. It's going to, again, it's going to be like a learning lesson. It's going to have purpose for you. It might open your eyes up to something or to someone. We talked about this last week or the week before. We were talking about closure, and I had posted on YouTube. I did a post and I said, I don't think we ever really get closure. I'm not saying that you're going to get closure from a person or in a situation, but it feels like something guiding towards enlightenment. Like something's going to come in or somebody's going to come back, and you're just going to get like one of those epiphany moments, and you're going to have all this enlightenment. You're going to really benefit from the situation overall, even if at first it freaks you out and you think it's not going to do anything for you. So just let what happens happen. Obviously, I don't want people to let other people roll right over them, abuse them, that kind of thing. I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think this is going to be a surprise for someone. I think somebody's going to feel like they should be standoffish. There's a difference between being standoffish and mean. Standoffish is okay, but mean and guarded, like if you put off that vibe, then somebody else is probably going to be like, you know, so try not to. I know I know. Just try, I would say. And I think with this string of lights, so let me read it to you. Not all your bulbs are working, but you're still lit. You're going to be fine. Like at the end of the day, whatever the person is that comes back, whoever the person is that comes back, whatever the situation is, you're going to be okay. Like you're going to walk away fine. You're going to be unscathed. You know what I mean? I think there's just a real call to not put emotions into it too quickly and to just take what you can from, like, whatever it is, a conversation, a meeting, whatever, chance encounter, I don't know. But take whatever you can from it, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be something for you to learn on. It's going to be something for you to look back on and be like, oh, maybe that's why that happened. Maybe that's why that was the way it was. I think in the moment, like I said, I think somebody's going to be surprised with this champagne card. It says too much, maybe, perfect, absolutely. I think, again, somebody's going to feel surprised and feel like, oh my God, like, why is this happening? Like, I don't want to see this person. I don't want to deal with this person. But I think at the end of the day, as long as you keep calm, like I said, as long as you don't go towards anger or go towards extreme happiness, and you just kind of sit in the middle, emotional wise, temperament wise, I think whatever it is going to play out just fine for you. And again, I don't see like abuse or like, like craziness or yelling or anything like that. I think this is something very unexpected. This would be like, and this is just an example, but this would be like, you dated somebody like 30 years ago, you're divorced, you've been on your own, and now 30 years later, like this man or woman comes back into your life. You just happen to run into them at the grocery store, the gas station, something like that, and you're just going to be like, some things are meant to happen the way that they're meant to happen. And if this was somebody that broke up with you, cheated on you, lied to you, stole from you, that kind of thing, again, you have to look at it from the perspective, are they the same person? I mean, you wouldn't know, right? Like if it was 30 years ago, you wouldn't know. Just like if I ran into, let's say I had a friends with benefits before I got married. So let's say I ran into him. I mean, you're talking 14, 15 years later. Do I think that he's the same person? No. Do I know who he is? No. It's all about running into him and just treating it like, like, hey, how you doing? How you been the last 10, 15 years? Oh, yeah, me too. Great. Okay, see ya. You know, could somebody come in and have something to say? Of course. Of course. Could a situation come back from the past and you learn something that's either really great or really heartbreaking? Of course. You're just being called to keep your wits about you, okay? I don't think it's going to be, to me it's not that serious. And even, and I don't want to diminish anybody's heartbreak or abuse or trauma or anything like that. But 5, 10, 15, 30 years later, what are your feelings now, right? And just an example, and I use this all the time because this is my go-to, right? If you follow, if you subscribe, you guys know my ex-best friend of 30 plus years sexually assaulted me twice in 2022. I left the situation. I have not talked to her in over 3 years. I do not plan on it. It has taken me 3 years to get to the point where I can say, I wish her well on her journey. I want nothing but good for her, but I don't want to have anything to do with her, right? Took me a long time to get there. It took a lot of growth, a lot of enlightenment to get there, to leave the anger behind, to leave the feelings of wanting the same for her, like vengeance kind of. It took me 3 years, well, probably more like 2.5, to get where I am. And I've said this before, I have no interest in seeing her. I have no interest in talking to her. If I were to run into her, out in the world somewhere, I don't think I would have any problem saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Um I wouldn't make it a point to make contact, but if she were to come towards me, I would be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I would not give her any of my personal information, and I would say, "Hope you have a nice day, and bye." I don't look at that as being mean or dismissive. I mean, that's what I can give her at this point. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, again, I don't wish her any bad or anything like that. I don't want to be friends with her. I hope she gets help and has a good life and is surrounded by friends and family that love her and she loves them, right? And treats them better than she treated me and others. But I don't want to have anything to do with her. That trust was long broken. That's not going to happen. And I'm at the age, you guys know I'm 45. I'm at the age where, like, I'm not going to tell you, "Oh yeah, I'll give you a call. Yeah, maybe we'll hang out." No. I literally, and again, it's not meanness. It's not vindictiveness. But if she were to say, "Hey, do you want to get together for dinner?" I would say, "No, I don't." Because I'm too old to lie. I'm too old to play games. I have absolutely no problem telling people, like, I'm not interested, but thanks. Somebody might experience something along those lines where you have to kind of like keep yourself in check. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't think it's anything horrible. And I think, if anything, it's just going to help you on your journey. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because I've rambled on long enough. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you're entertained. I hope you all had a great Monday. And I will talk to you later. Have a good night.